How do you pronounce this one?
I think it's Grenadine Baguette.
Geneva Convention? Gina?
Oh, we know him.
Oh, Dewey.
Genna.
Oh.
Presenting Stuff and Things by Genna Bennett.
Yeah! Sorry, my hands are shaking.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know that I only brought the stand out here so I could take the mic out of the stand. It's actually on my bucket list, along with getting stuck in an elevator and throwing a penny off the Empire State Building. So I'm gonna do a comedy act today. As you can tell, I have a pretty strange name, and it's because I'm from the Ukraine. I was adopted and I came to America with this strange name. And so I'm going to tell you about it. Well, having a strange name comes with a lot of strange quirks and features that you don't necessarily pay for when you get the name. But I'm going to tell you some stuff that comes with it. So whenever I meet new people, I always have to explain my name and all that jazz. But so here's how it normally goes. Oh, hey, my name is Genna or Gennady, whichever one you want to call me. And then they just say their name, and then they'd say, I'm sorry, what was your name again? And I would have to say, it's Genna or Gennady. And they never get it right on the first try. They say, oh, you said it was Gina? And I would have to say, nope, you got it wrong. That was terrible. But I have to say, no, it's Genna. And then they say, is that your real name? No, it's Gennady, I just told you. And then they'd say, oh, are you from the Ukraine? Because you just said that. And I have to say yes, because I'm from there. So, but this one time, my parents were at a party, and I didn't know anybody there, but they made me go, because they do that. But I had introduced myself to a kid, and he didn't know me, I didn't know him, we didn't know our names or anything, and I had a habit of mumbling at the time, even now, but so I'll just tell you how. So I had to introduce myself, and I said, hey, my name is Gennady or Genna, whichever one you want to call me. And he said, whoa, I'm gonna stop you right there. We don't tolerate that language in this house. And I don't know what language he thought I was speaking. Maybe Ukrainian, but then he said, I'm gonna need you to calm down. And I said, whoa, I didn't swear. If anything, you swore? Pretty sure I heard you swear. And I don't know what word he honestly thought I said, because my name does not sound like any swear word out there. But that was pretty crazy. I don't know what he thought. And another thing that comes with my name is substitute teachers. They always get it wrong. I don't know why. But so here's how the substitute teacher thing usually goes. So they say, when they're taking attendance, they say, all right, Miranda, here, Jimmy, here, and then there's a long pause, and I've got my head down, and I know my name's coming, and I have to say here when they say it, even though I don't want to, but I've got my head down, and then I look up, and they're just staring at the paper. And then they say, Gennady? And I say, oh, here. And sometimes they'll ask, oh, is that your real name? And I say, yeah. I mean, why would it be on the sheet of paper if it wasn't my name? But other times they'll ask questions like, oh, where are you from? And do you have any brothers and sisters that are where you're from? And what's your social security number? And I don't know the last one, so I don't normally answer, but that always happens. But this one time we were in math class and we had a sub, and it was the strangest thing that had ever happened to me, because when they asked for my name, it didn't go as planned. So I'll just tell you how it went. They said, all right, Miranda, here, Jimmy, here, and then there was a long pause, and I still had my head down at this point. And I looked up, and it looked like he had just gotten handed divorce papers. He was in shock. He didn't know what to think. He didn't know my name. He didn't know how to say it. But eventually he just said, Jenna Dilly? And I don't know how he got it that wrong, but I'm pretty sure a blind lady could have read that better than him. So I asked him, I said, did you even try? Were you trying? Did you look at the paper? And then I said, there's not even an L in my name. How did you get it that wrong? Seriously, man. But I don't know why it went that badly, but that's another thing that happens with my name. So I have this coach. It was in middle school. I used to play football. I know, hard to tell. I don't look like a football player. But he always called me Janady, and I never bothered to correct him. So to this day, he still calls me Janady. And I still call him coach, even though he's not my coach. But I know. So I guess once you're a coach, you're always a coach, and once you're a Janady, you're always a Janady. So at my old school, it was really easy to get a detention, unlike at this school where you could literally pretty much do anything except wear a green striped sweatshirt, you know. But I could get a detention for anything at this school. You could throw a paperclip and detention, go to the office. But so we had to introduce ourselves at the school, and I still had the habit of mumbling. And right before this, we had just gotten a talk about swearing and how we're not supposed to do it and how it's bad. And I had to introduce myself, and I'll just go like this. Hey, I'm Jimmy. And then I went, hey, my name is Gennady or Jenna, whichever one you want to call me. I mean Genna. And the teacher, he looked at me like I just murdered somebody. And I looked at him, and I didn't know what he was thinking, but he said, I'm sorry, we don't use that kind of foul language in this class. We just had to talk about it. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I just said my name. No, you didn't. I heard what you said. I know exactly what you said, and we don't use that foul language, even though I'm 90% sure he didn't know what I said. But he said, I'm gonna need you to go down to the office. So I did, and when I went down there, I knew the principal pretty well, and we were kind of good friends. Not really, but. So I went down there, and he said, looks like you used some foul language. I'm gonna have to write you up for this one. And I said, are you kidding me? Do you realize if my parents see that the detention slip says foul language, I'm gonna be killed? I'm never gonna see the light of day ever again? Could you write something else on there? He said, well, what else do you want me to write? I said, I don't know anything. And he said, how about vandalization? What? Are you kidding me? That's even worse. I'm like, geez, you're seriously trying to kill me, man. But I talked to him, and he said, all right, I'll just write uniform, since apparently my parents are fine with that one. But I don't know why that happened, because my name literally has never sounded like a swear word. But so one day, me and my parents and family, we had to run a race, and I hated racing. I don't know why we did it. It was trash, but we still, they made me do it. So I did it, and we had to run the race, and men and women ran together, and my dad, he usually wrote our name and all that stuff on the bib that we had to run with. And he wrote my name, but he forgot the gender. And men and women run together, and apparently I have a pretty feminine name. So, we ran the race, and it was really fun. And once we finished, there was awards for first, second, and third for the men's and women's races. And the women were first, so we had to watch it for the men's. But it went pretty weird. So they announced third place, and they weren't that excited. They said, Miranda got third place. I use Miranda because that's a cool name. But, then second place, they said, all right, we have Monica. And then they got really hyped up for first place. And they had the drum roll going and stuff, But for first place, they said, all right, in first place, can we get a drum roll? And the drum roll went. And they said, Thank you. They said, Jenna Bennett, will you please come up here for your award? And that was me. So I had to go up there, but I didn't because I'm not a woman, so that's not my thing, winning women's races. But after, they gave the awards and stuff, and they said, all right, we'll just hold the award. But after the ceremony, I went up to the guy giving the awards. I said, hey, I'm actually Genna Bennett, or Jenna as you call me, but can I get the award? And he said, no. I guess you have to be a woman to win the women's race. All right, thank you everybody. I'll be here from 8:15 to 3:06 on weekdays.
It was so good.